This video is just like a pretty short to middle timed video on how to solve equations. Solving equations just means finding the unknown, okay? So we look at this question here. 6x minus 19 equals 5. What does this mean? Well, it means there's a number which is x. It's being multiplied by 6, then minus 19 to make 5. And we have to find out what this number is. What is x? There's a bunch of ways to do it. I'm going to show you using the algebraic way, okay? So 6x minus 19 equals 5. And our goal is to solve it to find x. Whenever I'm trying to find x, I always work backwards. So I think of a story, and x is my main character. So x, what's happening to x first? Well, x is being multiplied by 6, then subtracted by 19. And whenever you're solving equations, you always want to work backwards. So if x is being multiplied by 6, and then minus by 19, we're going to work backwards and get rid of the 19 first. So we want to get x all by itself, okay? So how do we get rid of minus 19? Well, we'll just do the opposite. The opposite of minusing something is adding 19. Now, when we're solving equations, if you add something to one side, you have to balance the equation by adding the same thing to the other side. So if you add 19 here, you're going to add 19 here. Now, minus 19 and plus 19, they're opposites, so they cancel out. So we're left with 6x is equal to 5 plus 19, which is 24. Here. Now, what does 6x mean? Well, it means 6 times something is 24. Well, pretty obvious. X must be 4, because 6 times 4 is 24, so x equals 4. Let's look at this one over here. 2x plus 5 over 3 equals 7. So let's think about our story of x. Well, x, it's being multiplied by 2, then added 5, then divided by 3. So we're going to work backwards. So times 2 plus 5 divided by 3, we're going to get rid of the divide by 3 first. So the opposite of dividing by 3 is multiplying by 3. What you do to one side, to balance it, you have to multiply by 3 on the other side. Now, divide 3 and times 3, they're opposites, so they cancel out. So we're left with 2x plus 5 equals 7 times 3 is 21. Now, x is being multiplied by 2, then added by 5. So we'll get rid of the 5 next. So the opposite of add 5 is minus 5. To balance it, we're going to minus 5 here. Add 5 and minus 5, they're opposites, so they cancel out. So 2x equals 21 minus 5 is 16. 2x means 2 times something is 16. Well, x must be 8. 2 times 8 is 16. You can try these two by yourself. Next page. Here, 100 minus 5x over 3 equals 30. Well, this one's a bit trickier, guys. Let's have a look. So x is our main character. Here, x is being multiplied by 5. But it's not just 5. X is being multiplied by negative 5. And then 100 is positive. So it's adding 100. So the story here is x is being multiplied by negative 5, then added by 100, and then divided by 3. So of course we work backwards. So x multiplied by negative 5 plus 100 divide by 3. We're going to get rid of the divide by 3. So the opposite of dividing by 3 is timesing by 3. What you do to one side, you do to the other side to balance it. So divide by 3 and times by 3, they're opposites, so they cancel out. So what are we left with? We're left with 100 minus 5x equals 30 times 3 is 90. Next, x is being multiplied by minus 5, then added by 100. So we'll get rid of the 100 next. So we're going to minus 100 from both sides. Minus 100 here, balance it by minusing 100 here. This cancels out. So you're left with minus 5x equals 90 minus 100 is minus 10. Now, x is being multiplied by minus 5. The opposite of multiplying by minus 5 is dividing by minus 5. To balance it, we divide by minus 5 here. Boom. So those cancel out. X is equal to minus 10 divided by minus 5 is positive 2. And that's it. Here's another way we could have solved this part. So first we got rid of the fraction by timesing by 3. So we were left with 100 minus 5x equals 90. Another way I like to solve this is a bit more of a literal method. 100 minus 5 times something is 90. Well, this whole number here must be 10, because 100 minus 10 makes 90. So I say, okay, 5x must be 10. 5 times what makes 10? Well, 5 times 2. All right. Next question, guys. 6x minus 3 equals 2x plus 13. Well, here, this is a kind of equation where there's unknowns on both sides. There's an x on here, and there's an x here on the other side. All we have to do, guys, is that we really hate it when there's unknowns on both sides. So we have to get rid of one of them. How do you know which one to get rid of? We get rid of the smaller one. So 6x or 2x, we're going to get rid of 2x. So to get rid of 2x, we're going to minus 2x. What you do to one side, you have to balance it, so you minus 2x here. So on the left-hand side, 6x minus 2x is 4x. Minus 3 equals 2x minus 2x cancels out, equals 13. Oh, nice and easy. X is being multiplied by 4, then minus by 3. So we'll get rid of minus 3 first, so plus 3. Balance it. Boom, boom. 4x equals 16. 4 times something is 16. X must be 4, because 4 times 4 is 16. Next one, guys. Ooh, some brackets. Let's look at the first one. 5x plus 3 equals 3x plus 9. First things first, whenever I see brackets, I like to get rid of brackets, okay? So we can expand the brackets. How do you expand brackets? Well, you get the number on the outside and multiply it by all the terms on the inside. So 5 times x is 5x. 5 times positive 3 is positive 15. Let's expand here. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times positive 9 is positive 27. Oh, cool. There's x's on both sides. So like in the last question, what do we do when there's x's on both sides? Well, we're going to get rid of one of them. Should we get rid of 5x or 3x? Well, we'll get rid of a smaller one. We're going to get rid of 3x. So how do I get rid of 3x? We're going to minus 3x. To balance it, you have to minus 3x here. 5x minus 3x is 2x. Plus 15 equals 3x minus 3x. That cancels out. 27. Now, nice easy equation. X is being multiplied by 2, then added by 15. So we'll get rid of plus 15 first. The opposite of plus 15 is minus 15. Balance it. Cancel the opposites. 2x equals 27 minus 15 is 12. 2x means 2 times something is 12. Well, x must be 6. This one, guys. Uh-oh. There's unknowns on both sides. An x here and an x here. And there's also a fraction. First things first, guys, we freaking hate fractions. We're going to get rid of the fraction, okay? So if you're ever stuck in a situation like this, you're like, what do I do? If you see a fraction, just get rid of it, okay? So how do you get rid of divide by 3? You're going to times 3. To balance it, you're going to times 3 here. So divide 3 and times 3, these cancel out. So you're just left with 2x plus 1 equals, now, do I times x by 3? Or do I times negative 2 by 3? What you do is you times both terms by 3, okay? So 3 times x makes 3x. And 3 times negative 2 makes negative 6. Oh, no more fraction? Oh, unknowns on both sides. Let's get rid of one of them. Which one should we get rid of? We always get rid of the smaller one, guys. So how do you get rid of 2x? We're going to minus it. We're going to eliminate it. To balance it, you have to minus 2x here. 2x minus 2x is 0x. It cancels out because they're the opposite. So we're left with 1 equals 3x minus 2x is just 1x. Or we just write x minus 6. Oh, easy. Something minus 6 is 1. Well, x must be 7. 7 minus 6 is 1. Easy. Next page, guys. Here, 2x minus 1 over x plus 3 equals 9. Oh crap, what do I do? Well, I see a fraction. Just get rid of it. How do you get rid of dividing by x plus 3? We're going to times by x plus 3. I put in brackets, x plus 3. To balance it, we have to times this side by x plus 3. So divide x plus 3 and times x plus 3, they cancel out. We're left with 2x minus 1 equals, do I multiply 9 by x, 9 by 3, or 9 by both terms? Well, or 9 by both terms. Well, we're going to times 9 by both terms. So 9 times x is 9x. And 9 times positive 3 is positive 27. Oh, unknowns on both sides. Which one should we get rid of? Of course, we get rid of the smaller one. So how do you get rid of 2x? We're going to minus 2x. To balance it, you have to minus 2x here. 2x minus 2x is nothing. Boom. We're left with negative 1 equals 9x minus 2x is 7x plus 27. Okay, so x is being multiplied by 7, then added by 27. We're going to work backwards. We're going to get rid of the 27 first. So the opposite of plus 27 is minus 27. To balance it, you have to minus 27 here. Minus 1 minus 27 is minus 28. Equals, well, plus 27 minus 27 cancel out. So we're left with 7x. Now here, 7 times something is negative 28. Well, x is being multiplied by 7. So I'm going to, how do you get rid of multiplying by 7? You can divide by 7. To balance it, you have to divide by 7 here. Negative 28 divided by 7 is negative 4. And then the 7 cancel out. So you're left with x. Negative 4 equals x. Okay. Now, you have 35 over 8 is equal to 5w equals 12. Whenever you have a fraction equal to another fraction, we can do something called cross multiplication. Okay, it's a little trick. Let me show you how it works. Let's say I have two fractions which are equal to each other. Let's say 2/3 is equal to 4/6. Now, let's multiply the diagonals, okay? So 2 times 6 and 4 times 3. What do you notice? 2 times 6 is 12 and 3 times 4 is also 12. The diagonals are equal to each other, okay? This is called cross multiplication. It states that when you have two fractions equal to each other, when you multiply by diagonals, they'll give you the exact same answer. Therefore, we can use this principle of cross multiplication on these problems. So we can say that 35 times 12 is equal to 5w times 8. So let's write it out. 35 times 12 is equal to 5w times 8. So 35 times 12 is 420. Sorry. 5w times 8 is 40w. 5w's, multiply that by 8 times is 40w. So 40 times something is 420. So let's get w by itself. So w is being multiplied by 40. What's the opposite of multiplying by 40? Dividing by 40. Balance it by dividing 40 here. 420 divided by 40 is, I don't know, 10.5? 10.5. And then 40 and 40 cancel out. You're left with w. Boom. All right. So let's have a look here. Oh, look. There's a fraction equal to another fraction. We can cross multiply. So this times this is equal to this times this. So let's write it out. So x plus 2, I'll put it in brackets, times 5 is equal to 2x plus 3 times 1. So now we have brackets. Let's expand the brackets, okay? So do I times 5 by x or by 5 by 2? Well, we're gonna multiply 5 by both terms. So 5 times x is 5x. 5 times positive 2 is positive 10. Equals, well, 2x plus 3 times 1. Whenever you multiply anything by 1, it's just going to be itself, okay? So 2x plus 3 times 1 is just going to be 2x plus 3. Now, oh, look. Unknowns on both sides. We have to get rid of one of them. Which one should we get rid of? The smaller one. So we're going to get rid of 2x. So we're going to minus 2x here. Balance it by minusing 2x here. It's all the same thing every single time, guys. 5x minus 2x is 3x. Plus 10 equals 2x minus 2x is nothing, 3. Now, x is being multiplied by 3, then added by 10. We're going to work backwards. We're going to get rid of the 10. So opposite of plus 10 is minus 10. What do we do here? We got to balance it. Minus 10 here. Boom. That cancels out. Plus 10 minus 10, they're opposites. They cancel out. So on the left-hand side, we're left with 3x equals, and then 3 minus 10 is negative 7. Now x is being multiplied by 3. How do you get rid of that 3? We're going to do the opposite. The opposite of multiplying by 3 is dividing by 3. You got to balance it, so divide by 3 here. Timesing by 3 and dividing by 3 are opposites, so they cancel out. X is equal to negative 7 over 3. And we can leave our answer as a fraction, okay? Last one, gangsters. Oh, crap, it's a long one. Holy crap. 5, 2x plus 9 plus 2x plus 11 equals 3x plus 4 plus 46. Step 1, you see brackets. Expand the bracket straight away. So 5 times 2x is 10x, and 5 times positive 9 is positive 45. Then it's positive 2 times x is positive 2x. Positive 2 times 11 is positive 22 equals, now here, there's brackets here. 3 times 3x is 9x. 3 times positive 4 is positive 12 plus 46 at the end. Next, we should simplify because there's x's on the same side. Let's combine them. So 10x plus 2x is 12x. 45 plus 22 is plus 67 equals, let's combine terms here. Well, we can combine these numbers. Positive 12 plus 46 is 58. So 9x plus 58. Now, unknowns on both sides. What do? We get rid of one of them. We get rid of the smaller one. So we're going to get rid of minus 9. We're going to get rid of the 9x by minusing 9x. To balance it, we have to minus 9x here. So 12x minus 9x is 3x plus 67 equals 9x minus 9x is nothing, 58. X is being multiplied. I'm going to write it over here. 3x plus 67 equals 58. X is being multiplied by 3, then added 67. So we're going to minus 67 on both sides. That cancels out. 3x equals, that is minus 9. 3x means x times 3. To get rid of the 3, we're going to do the opposite of timesing by 3. So divide by 3. Balance it. Divide by 3. The 3's cancel out. X is equal to minus 9 divided by 3 is negative 3. And that's how you can solve all sorts of equations, guys. It's very simple. See brackets, expand the brackets. See fractions, get rid of fractions, okay? And just the same steps over and over again, okay? Guys, next questions. So let's have a look. These are definitely some of the harder questions you'll do. So x plus 3 over 10 plus x minus 2. We're going to do this one over here, b. It's 2. Now, we can't cross multiply because these two fractions are not equal to each other. So we can't just say, oh, x plus 3 times 5 is equal to x minus 2 times 10. We're not equal to each other. They are being added, okay? Now, there's a few ways you can do this. One way I like to do is just get rid of denominators, okay? So I see some fractions, I want to get rid of them. So how do I get rid of dividing by 10? Well, we're going to multiply by 10. Now, if you multiply by 10 here, you're going to multiply this term by 10 as well. And you're going to multiply this term by 10 as well. So let's have a look. So divide 10 times 10. These cancel out. So you're left with x plus 3. Plus, now, do you multiply 10 by the top or the bottom? Well, you always multiply it by the top. So we're going to multiply 10 by x and negative 2. So 10 times x is 10x. And 10 times negative 2 is negative 20 over 5 equals 2 times 10 is 20. So we've got rid of this denominator here. Perfect. Now we got to get rid of this denominator here. Well, how do you get rid of dividing by 5? We're going to multiply by 5. Well, if you multiply 5 by here, you have to multiply 5 here and multiply 5 here. Now, Are we going to multiply 5 by x or by positive 3? We're going to multiply it by both terms. So 5 times x is 5x. 5 times 3 is positive 15. Plus here, the divide 5 and times 5, they're opposites, so they cancel out. So we're left with 10x minus 20 equals 20 times 5 is 100. Now, we'll collect the like terms, so 5x plus 10x is 15x. 15 minus 20 is negative 5 equals 100. X is being times 15, then minus 5, so we'll get rid of the minus 5 by plussing 5, plus 5 here. Minus 5 plus 5 cancel out, we're just left with 15x equals 105. 15 times something is 105, we'll get rid of the 15 by dividing 15. Divide 15 here, x is equal to 7. And that's your answer. Let's do another one, just to clarify that. Let's do, we'll do C. So x minus 1 over 4 minus x plus 3 over 2 equals negative 4. First, I see a fraction here. I want to get rid of it. So how do I get rid of divide by 4? We're going to times by 4. If you times 4 here, you go to times 4 here, and you go to times 4 here. So times 4 to all terms. So divide 4 and times 4 are opposites, so they cancel out. We're left with x minus 1. Minus, so I write minus. Now, do I multiply 4 by the top or the bottom? We always multiply it by the top. And we're going to multiply 4 by both x and positive 3. So 4 times x is 4x. And 4 times positive 3 is positive 12. Over, and then the denominator just stays the same, over 2. Equals, and negative 4 times 4 is negative 16. Now, I see a fraction here. How do I get rid of it? Well, the opposite of dividing by 2 is timesing by 2. So we're going to times this by 2. If we times this by 2, we got to times this by 2. And we got to times this term by 2. So 2 times x is 2x. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. Minus, because of this minus sign. Now divide by 2 and times 2, they're opposites, so they cancel out. And we're left with 4x plus 12 equals negative 16 times 2 is negative 32. And we can combine the like terms, okay? So 2x minus 4x is negative 2x. And then negative 2 plus 12 is positive 10. And that's equal to negative 32. Then x is being multiplied by negative 2, then added by 10. Well, we'll get rid of the 10. So plus 10, we're going to minus 10 here. Balance it, so minus 10 here. Plus 10 minus 10 cancel out, so minus 2x equals minus 32 minus 10 is minus 42. Then x is being multiplied by minus 2. So to get rid of it, we're going to divide by minus 2. Balance it by dividing by minus 2 here. Minus 2 divided by minus 2 cancel out. So we're left with x equals negative 42 divided by negative 2 is 21. And this is our answer. Okay. Now let's look at some word problems, okay? To apply this. The diagram shows a right angle triangle. All of the angles are in degrees. Find the size of the smallest angle in the triangle. Well, what do we do here, guys? Well, let's think about this information. We have a triangle, and we know its angles. So what I think to myself in my head is like, okay, what do I know about angles in a triangle? Well, I know that all angles in any triangle add to 180. So angles in triangles always add to 180. Therefore, this plus this plus this must add up to 180. So I just write it out. 3x plus 2x plus 10 plus, well, this is a right angle, it has to be 90 degrees, plus 90. All of these angles must equal 180. Then I'm going to combine the like terms. 3x plus 2x is 5x. Positive 10 plus 90 is positive 100 equals 180. x is being multiplied by 5, then added 100. We're going to minus 100 here, minus 100 here to balance it. Plus 100, minus 100 cancel out. So 5x equals 180 minus 100 is 80. X times 5 is 80. Well, how do you get rid of timesing by 5? We're going to divide by 5. Divide 5 here, divide 5 here. The 5's cancel out, so x is equal to 80 divided by 5 is 16, okay? So now, we have to find the size of the smallest angle. Well, we know this angle is already 90. This angle is 3x. And now we know x is 16. So I can replace this x with 16. So 3x means 3 times x. So we're going to do 3 times 16, which is 48. So that angle is 48. And this angle here is 2x plus 10. And we're going to replace x with 16. So instead of 2x, it's going to be 2 times 16 plus 10. 2 times 16 is 32, plus 10 is 42. And that is, so this angle is 42. So the smallest angle is 42. All right. Next one, guys. Let's make this smaller. Adam has some marbles. Bradley has twice as many marbles as Adam. Chris has 5 more marbles than Bradley. In total, they have 55 marbles. How many marbles does Chris have? Alright guys, there's a 4-step framework to doing these problems, okay? Really, really easy. Step 1, make expressions. Step 2, make equation. Step 3, simplify the equation. Step 4, solve the equation. Alright, let's have a look. Adam has some marbles. Bradley has twice as many marbles as Adam. Chris has 5 more marbles than Bradley. In total, they have 55 marbles. Okay, so we have, for our expression phase, we have 3 people. We have Adam, Brad, and Chris. Okay? And we're going to say one of these people has X number of marbles. Whenever I do this, I always like to give the person with the least number of marbles as X, okay? This helps us to avoid fractions. So what I do is I read the question and I think to myself, who has the least number of marbles? Well, Bradley has twice the marbles as Adam, so Adam has less than Bradley. And Chris has more marbles than Bradley, so Adam has the least number of marbles. So I'm going to call Adam X. He has X marbles. Okay? Then, Bradley has twice as many marbles as Adam. So if Adam has X, Bradley has 2X, because Bradley has double Adam's. And then, Chris has 5 more than Bradley. Well, if Bradley has 2X, to find Chris's marbles, we get Bradley's marbles, and there's 5 more, so plus 5. So we have expressions for all 3 people. And we know all these marbles add to 55. Because they have 55 marbles in total. So we can make our equation. So X, Adam's marbles, plus Bradley's marbles, plus Chris's marbles, add to 55. Then we're going to simplify the equation. So X plus 2X plus 2X. X means 1X, by the way. So 1x plus 2x plus 2x is 5x. Plus 5 equals 55. Now we're going to solve it. So x times 5 plus 5, so we're going to get rid of the plus 5, so minus 5. Plus 5 and minus 5 cancel out. We're left with 5x on the left-hand side equals 55 minus 5 is 50. Oh, this one's pretty easy. 5 times something is 50. X must be 10. So, Adam was X, so Adam has 10 marbles. Bradley is 2x, which means 2 times x, and x is 10. So 2 times 10 is 20. And Chris has 2x plus 5. Well, x is 10, so 2 times 10 is 20, plus 5 is 25. Chris has 25 marbles. On the next page, you can try these two questions over here, okay? So give it a pause, and very similar to the last ones. Hope it helps.